In this lecture, first I have to discuss about Fick's law of diffusion. Further, we have to derive the general mass diffusion equation. Then, with the help of general mass diffusion equation, we deduce it for one-dimensional mass diffusion equation for plane membrane. With the help of these concepts, then I will give an introduction about the mass diffusion equation for spheres and cylinders. Let's start. Now I have to explain about Fick's law of diffusion. To explain the Fick's law of diffusion, consider a chamber. Now this chamber is divided into two halves with the help of an partition. So now this is chamber A, this part is chamber B. The chamber A is filled with species A. In the same way, chamber B is filled with species B. Now, if the partition is removed, what happens? Due to the concentration difference, the species B will move from chamber B to chamber A. In the same way, species A will move from chamber A to chamber B. This mass diffusion still continues once the steady state have to be achieved. This phenomena is governed by Fick's law. The Fick's law states that the molar flux or mass flux of an element is directly proportional to the concentration gradient. So, if you want to write this law in mathematical form, it will show like that. That is, MA by A is directly proportional to dCA by dx. Here, MA by A will represent molar flux or mass flux, which is directly proportional to the concentration gradient, that is represented by dCA by dx. So, if the proportionality symbol is to be removed, means we have to add one constant. So, that constant is called DAB. So, here DAB is called diffusion coefficient of the species A and B. So, the unit for diffusion coefficient is meter square per second. The Fick's law is derived from experimental evidence. Further, the Fick's law is valid for all the three phases, that is, the mass transfer occurs in solid, liquid and gas phases. Further, the Fick's law is only valid for the mass transfer happens due to concentration difference. If the mass transfer happens due to any temperature gradient difference or pressure difference, the Fick's law is not valid for those situations. Now we move on to derive a general mass diffusion equation. To derive a general mass diffusion equation, consider a homogeneous medium consisting binary mixture of species A and B. Further, consider a small element of size dx, dy and dz as shown in this figure. Further, the species A is entering in x, y, z directions and leaving their corresponding opposite side walls. The species A further generated inside this element due to the chemical reaction. The mass balance happens in this element is given by this equation A. That is, the net accumulation of mass of species A in the element dx, dy, dz per unit time plus the generation of species A within the control volume, that is equal to the time rate of change in mass concentration of species A in the control volume. That is, some amount of species A is entering into the element, some amount of species A is leaves out of the element, some amount is generated inside the element due to the chemical reaction. These things are always equal to the time rate of change of mass transfer of the concentration of species A in that control volume. Now we move on to derive each parameters separately. Now we move on to mass balance happens in x direction. The mass in flux at the left face, that is in x direction, is given by NaX into dy into dz. Here Na will represent mass flow rate per unit area, x will represent x direction, dy and dz are the perpendicular area to mass flow direction. So the entire term will represent the amount of species A or the mass flow rate of species A which entering into the element along the x direction. So in the same way we have to calculate the mass leaving from the opposite wall in x direction is given by Na x plus dx. So as per the Taylor series of expansion, we expand this parameter up to the first order. It will gives the term as shown here, that is Nax dy dz plus dou by dou x of Nax into dy dz into dx. Now we have to rewrite this term by taking dy and dz as a common parameters. So if you took dy and dz as a common parameters, the term is deduced like this. Now we move on to the net mass transfer happens along the x direction. To calculate this term, we have to subtract the first term by the second term. If you subtract these two terms, we will get this answer, that is minus dou by dou x of Nax into dx dy dz. That is the first term. In the first term, Nax dy dz is here. Here one more minus Nax is here. So these two terms are get cancelled. So the remaining term is as shown here. So this is our equation 1. In the same way, we are finding the mass balance occurs in y direction and z direction. So now we have to find the net accumulation of mass happen in this entire control volume is given by adding all these three equations, that is given by minus dou by dou x of Nax plus dou by dou y of Nay plus dou by dou z of Naz into dx dy dz. Now the generation of species A within the control volume, that is due to some chemical reactions, the species A is internally generated. So to calculate that parameter, this formula is to be used, that is Mag is equal to Nag into dx into dy into dz. So this parameter will shows the net species generated inside the element due to the chemical reaction. So the Nag is a term which represents the rate of increase of species A due to the chemical reaction. Now we move on to the time rate of change in mass concentration, that is some amount of species comes in x, y, z directions, some amount of species lives in all these three directions, something will generated due to the chemical reaction. So what is the time rate of change in mass concentration in the entire system? That is given by dou Ca by dou T into dx into dy dz. So take this equation as a sixth one. So now substitute equation 4, 5, 6 in the first generalized form, that is equation A. We will get this form. So that will give minus dou by dou x of Nax plus dou by dou y of Nay dou by dou z of Naz dx dy dz. That is this will give the net accumulation of species A along the control volume. So this term will represent the net accumulation of species A due to the chemical reaction inside the element. So that is equal to the time rate of change of species A in the entire control volume. So this is the generalized mass transfer equation for this system. Now if the entire equation is divided by dx, dy and dz, the equation is deduced like this. Now this equation, this Nax can be, this is called Nax is mass flux. So as per the fixed law of diffusion, the Nax can be replaced like this, that is minus dAb into dCa by dx. If you replace all these things, the equation, this equation is deduced as follows. Now in this equation, if you multiply dou by dou x into dou Ca by dou x, it will give dou square Ca by dou x square. Then the dAb is common in all the parameters, so we can took it outside and take it to right hand side. So the equation is deduced. The final form of the three-dimensional mass diffusion equation is given and stated here. Now we move on to derive a steady state diffusion equation for plane membrane. To derive this equation, consider a plane membrane which contains the higher concentration side of Ca1 and lower concentration side of Ca2. So due to the concentration difference, the species will move from higher concentration side to lower concentration side. Further, the membrane consists a thickness of L. To derive the steady state diffusion equation, the generalized three-dimensional unsteady state diffusion equation is shown here. But this system operates at steady state condition, one-dimensional, and without any internal mass generation. So the second parameter, third parameter, and fourth parameter in left hand side and first parameter in right hand side are get cancelled, and the final form of the equation is shown here, that is dou square Ca by dou x square, that is equal to 0. So if we integrate this term, that will give dCa by dx equal to C1. Further, once again we integrating this equation, it gives the linear form of this equation, that is Ca is equal to C1x plus C2. Number this equation as an number 1. Now we move on to the boundary condition for this system. So what is the boundary condition? When x is equal to 0, the concentration is Ca1. When x is equal to L, the concentration at this point is Ca2. Now applying this boundary condition in this equation, what happens? Let's discuss those things. So applying the boundary condition in equation 1. So at x is equal to 0, when we substitute x is equal to 0, C1 into 0, this term will become 0. At this condition, when x is equal to 0, what is the value of Ca? At x is equal to 0, the Ca value is Ca1. So Ca1 is equal to C2. So Ca1 is equal to 0. It happens at x is equal to 0. In the same way, if you substitute x is equal to L, what happens? If you substitute x is equal to L, that is C1 into L. So when x becomes L, this Ca will become Ca2. So Ca2 is equal to C1 into L plus C2. So that is given here. Further, if you substitute the C2 value from this equation can be rewritten as like this, that is C1 into L, the C2 value will become Ca1. So we will get this equation. Further, from this equation we find the value of C1. So what is C1? So if you rewrite this equation, Ca2 minus Ca1 divided by L, the values gives C1. Now we have we know both the value of C1 and C2. If you substitute this C1 and C2 value in equation 1, we will derive the final form of this equation. So now we are substituting C1 and C2 values in equation 1. What happens? So C1 is equal to Ca2 minus Ca1 by L into x. The C2 value is Ca1. So as per the fixed law, what it says, m by a is equal to minus d into dCa by dx. Here now the dCa is equal to this term. So if you substitute instead of the Ca, if you substitute this equation, so what happens? So this is the form. We will get it. If you substitute instead of Ca value, we substitute this equation. So it will use m by a is equal to minus d into d by dx of Ca2 minus Ca1 divided by L into x plus Ca1. So now we differentiate this parameter. All these things, Ca2, Ca1, L, all these things are constant. Only x is to be differentiable. So if you differentiate this parameter, the final form of the equation is this. So this is the equation, one-dimensional equation for mass transfer happens in plane membrane, that is m by a is equal to minus d into Ca2 minus Ca1 divided by L. Here m by a will represent mass flux, minus d will represent diffusion coefficient, Ca2 will represent concentration at the second point, Ca1 will represent the mass concentration, molar concentration at the first point. divided by L is called the thickness of the membrane. So that's it. Now we move on to some formulas for finding the steady state molecular diffusion in plane membrane, cylinder and sphere. So this formula we derived in the last slides. From the last slides we derived these formulas. So this is the basic formula. The same formula is applicable here for plane cylinder. Here the thickness of the membrane is replaced by the radius, that is R2 by R1. In the same way, the same formula also used for sphere also, that is M by A is equal to minus D into Ca2 minus Ca1 divided by R2 minus R1. Further, some of the problems may ask, instead of mass flux they ask mass flow rate. During the time, if you want to calculate the area for cylinder, this is the area formula for calculating the area. For sphere, this is the formula, that is 4 pi R1 into R2. This is the formula for calculating the area of the sphere. So we come to the end of lecture 4. So in this lecture we discussed about Fick's law of diffusion. Then we move on to generalized mass diffusion equation. Then we deduce the one-dimensional diffusion equation from the general case. So with the help of these concepts, we will solve some numerical problems in the next session. Thank you. Thank you for listening.